Hello and welcome again. This is Order 66 Raid, and this is the Raid Tier 4 with my Empire Clone Troopers. So all of these are at Relic 3, apart from the one you see right here, which is Tarkin is Relic 7. But this is how I got my max score with this team. So I got 900k points. That is with the requirement of Relic 3. And it did change a little bit how I approach this. So I'll go through with my mods and then what I did in the battle. So with Tarkin, I boost up his speed. I do this with all the characters as I want it to go quite quickly. Other than that, I focus on a little bit of survivability, but mostly with Tarkin it is potency. So you want that quite high. With Apo, again, speed, bit of survivability. Same with the rest of them. It is very much I'm going for speed, survivability, try and get some tenacity, and also some damage. And that will be the same with all of them. CX is probably one of my least done up ones, but again, it doesn't really matter, as I kind of found, just as long as you're taking the right order. But yeah, if you want to put as much speed as possible. So Tarkin is normally one of the first ones to go, but I do kind of like it where Scorch, Disguised Clone Trooper, Apo all kind of attack before Tarkin. Don't mind so much that CX doesn't. Obviously, if you can get Tarkin attacking fifth, that's probably better because you can kind of get them all damaged down a bit. So normally you build your stacks with Tarkin off his tactical. But with this, because of how quickly the Vader execute stacks drop, you're not going to do that. So straight off the bat, we kind of just try and get some damage in, get those exposes. Unfortunately, gets cleared, but it doesn't matter. Throw down the bombs again, hoping to land some debuffs. Doesn't always land, but obviously that can be very good potency. Then with Tarkin, we are going straight for his AoE attack because we want to clear out as many as possible. And then you get that buff, you see he's got Order 66, so straight away he will be killed. And then you see now he's got a lot of stacks still. So here, what I'll do is I'll try and build up a bit on Vader. So I'll leave one alive as long as possible, and I'll try and build up my crit damage stacking, which is from those buffs from either commander. So you're just kind of just building them up a bit. Also here, the other reason I'm doing it like this is what I want is Tarkin to have as many stacks as possible off that tactical. Because as soon as we go into the next stage, it goes very quickly. Because my first two attempts, I found that I got into the second bit, and if Tarkin didn't go quite early on, Vader would execute very quickly. So what we're doing here is just going to kit it in a bit. Now that Tarkin's got his free, what I do is, as you see, I've got the turn order. I make sure I'm getting Tarkin as much turn meter as possible. So I'm going to target here because then now I can call in and Tarkin will be going on the fourth turn, which is fine. Them two will go quick straight, but you see straight away 6 stacks remaining. So, and even there, so do his AoE because I've got the 3 stacks. It wipes them all out, eliminating the risk of the Jedi being executed. As I found, if Tarkin doesn't go as soon as in that second stage, it's just over. However, on the final stage, a lot easier because the turn meter is more in your favour. And here I will just kind of do this to get all the debuffs down because I know now all I've got to do is kill them off. I don't mind what order because there's plenty of stacks. The quicker I can kill some off, the better. It's less of the stacks being reduced, which is going to happen here now. So I don't mind. I can kind of throw a little bit here because he's got so many stacks. Yeah, he's going to reduce the cooldown you see there, but it's all right because he's gone. And then finally, the last one gone. And all it is now is hitting Vader to get those the rescue done. And simply, really, to be fair, once you have the characters at that sort of level, it's not a problem. Obviously, if you need to have a look, just pause my video on the character mods. But you'll see with Tarkin, I do have an awful lot of potency on him. So I think I've got over 100% extra potency, because it's very important, because the rest of the team isn't going to do tons and tons of damage quickly. Obviously, the disguised clone trooper, if someone's got Order 66, will one shot him with his basic, but other than that, you don't have a lot of damage. I kind of found, as you're not going to get a lot of debuffs down consistently and rolling, because they're just going to keep clearing and stuff. So yeah, no, I'd say it's a little bit different than the previous tiers I found. It's more the fact how quickly that execute drops, and how quickly he can take out the Jedi. But it's just about kind of lining up your turn order. So when you do get to that next stage, you can quickly take out all those troops. But yeah, hopefully this does help people out, and please, if you can, leave me a like or even subscribe, as I have been creating videos for these raids, and I will do more videos as I go through the tiers, as always. But also, I am doing other videos now, some guides on, say, the current galactic challenges, which I did release one earlier this morning. But I am going to try and do that as much as possible, as I do want to try and do more content for people, and hopefully it is helpful. And if not, then, any feedback is also welcome. So thank you for watching again, and if you're here this long, I appreciate the time you're spending watching my videos. But that's for now. Thank you and goodbye.